Good afternoon, teacher. He is Rafael. He is teacher in public school in Ecuador. I am going to talk about the difference in the same language. Can you start?
Yes, of course.
Okay. The question one is how can you difference language from dialect?
Language from dialect. Okay, so first, a language is a system of meaningful symbols that combine with each other to express thoughts, ideas, events, or any experience that we want to share with someone. So this is a language. It has its structure defined already. So we have a language, the English language, for example. We have the English words. That's its symbols, and we combine the words to create sentences and express our ideas. And dialects are a dialect is a variation of a language. So I speak English, but I have my dialect different from a person who lives in Great Britain, for example. So British English is different from my English, which is an American English. So they are both English, they are the same language, but they are different forms of this language. And this variation can occur because of the location, the geographical location, social status, educational level, and so on. That's the difference.
Okay, thanks. How can you define morphology?
Morphology is the part of linguistics that study the morpheme, which is the smallest part of a word that has a meaning. So for example, in the word bathroom, we have two morphemes creating the word bathroom. We have bath and room. So these two small words, they have meanings by themselves, alone, isolated, and when they get together into a word, they start meaning something else. For example, dog house. Dog house get together, create only one word, which is dog house, but they are created from different words. So morphology is the study of the morpheme, how the morphemes combine with each other to create words.
Okay. How can you define syntax?
Syntax, well, whereas the morphology is the study of the morphemes, how morphemes get together to create words. Syntax is the study of the words, how the words get together, how they combine with each other into a sentence to create the sentence. So for example, we have the verb give that needs a preposition to connect to this to its object. So we have give a present to a person. We cannot say give a present a person. Otherwise it won't make sense. We need the preposition to. And what tells us that we need this preposition is syntax.
Okay, thanks. What is the most common way in which dialect of language vary?
Most common way is pronunciation, certainly. We have different forms of spelling and sentence formation, of course, but pronunciation is the way that we can see it happening. Pronunciation is definitely the most common.
Can you provide an example of dialect variation based on the option?
Pronunciation, first. Okay, so pronunciation, difference in pronunciation, we can say, for example, people from England, they say water, and I say water, so it's different. They say, water and water. I think it's the most common example to give a pronunciation.
Okay, thanks. What is the most common reason for dialect to vary? The three options: the geographical location, economic status, educational status.
Well, it's certainly, all of these reasons are very strong reasons for a dialect to vary, but I think the first one, the geographical location, is the one that impacts more the variation of language.
Okay, can you provide an example of dialect variation based in the option
geographical location? Yes, except for example the Canadian English, British English, Australian English, all of them are Englishes, but they are spoken differently. So yeah, the geographical location, for example, to ask the time in England, they ask the time saying, have you got the time? They say, have you got the time? And in American English we say, what time is it?
It's different. Taking into account English language, can you tell an exciting difference in regards to pronunciation, spelling, And sentence formation between British and American English.
Yes. Okay. So spelling, we have different ways of spelling. So for example, the word color, they spell with U. They spell COLOUR, and in American English we only speak color COLOR without a U. So that's a different spell. Different in pronunciation. The water and the water. The double T that we say we say gotten, for example, I've gotten, and they say gotten. So that's another difference. And sentence formation, for example, we American we use I don't need your help. We use the auxiliary do, negative, and the verb need. I don't need. And in British English, I know that they use this structure as well, but they can also say I needn't, I need not, and it's different. For me, it's kind of weird. I don't use that, so it's a sentence formation that's different.
Okay. Now in Ecuador, taking into account the Spanish language, can you tell an existing difference in regard, pronunciation, spelling, and sentence
Spanish in Ecuador,
in coast and
the coast,
and the Sierra region,
and in the highlands. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So spelling, no, pronunciation.
Mm-hmm.
I know that pronunciation.
Okay, maybe the is in cost.
Oh, the I know that they don't pronounce the S here. So que esto,
Exactly.
they speak here in the coast, and in the Sierra they speak more, like correct. Que es esto, speaking the S. So that's the pronunciation. The spelling I don't know. And sentence formation I know that in the Sierra they kind of ask something like, when they ask a favor, they say deme antes, como que deme abriendo la puerta, deme cerrando algo. In here they just say abrime la puerta, cierra,
Exactly.
but they don't say deme.
Okay, thanks. Is there any other dialect variation that you can tell how it happens?
Yeah, for example, the negative in English, mostly in American English, we can say the word ain't to use the negative. So, for example, I ain't called him. I ain't called him, meaning that I didn't call him. We can say just I ain't call him. I ain't call him. And this ain't turns out to be all the negative structure of the sentence. It's a different, it's a dialectal different. Yes.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome.